Seven, six, five, four, three, two, one.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Hello, friends, and welcome to Dark Hostess World. This is Dark Hostess. And on my channel, it's a wide variety of stuff. From humor, gaming, political, and even a little religious commentary. It's just anything I'm interested in, really. And today we're back to the gaming. And a lot of you may have noticed that WoW has a brand new mount out there. Oh yeah. And it's a pretty nice looking little mount. Yeah, the Primal Flamesaber. And it's very nice. And how you get this mount is you have to play Heroes of the Storm. Of course you play a different game to get a mount in another game. Yeah, oh yeah. That's something I've never really understood too much, but I guess it makes a little bit of sense, Gets the word out about another game. It makes people play a game that they wouldn't necessarily play. Unfortunately, you only have a very short time to get this fine looking mount. Then I guess it will be gone forever. And what you have to do is play some Heroes of the Storm. And how you do that is you have to play 15 games with a friend from your friends list. But, sometimes they can be a pain in the butt, getting one of your friends together. I checked with a couple of my friends, and, one wasn't interested in it, and, he was like, 15 games. Man, forget that, man. And another friend of mine was like, well, already did it, buddy. Sorry. So I couldn't blame him for not wanting to do it again. It does take a few hours to get it done. And if you haven't realized by now, you need to make a second account with a second email. You have to have your main account, then you have to make your dummy account with some dummy email or an extra email you got. First thing you need to do is download this program called Sandboxy. And, don't be alarmed. I know installing programs that you aren't familiar with, is always a, suspect. But, this thing's been around a while. You can look up reviews of it on the internet and see that it's a legitimate program. What it does is it's a virtual machine. It's a virtual PC. So it's like running your programs off a second PC. Took a little research to get this all together, but I would like to thank Reddit. Thank you, Reddit. You always have all the answers. So, after you've downloaded Sandboxy, I'll leave the link for Sandboxy down in the description, but it's fairly self-explanatory. Sandboxy.com. Alright, first thing you do is open up your main Heroes of the Storm. And, you'll click on your Heroes of the Storm, your BattleNet will open, and then you'll be loaded up with your Heroes of the Storm. As you noticed, you're going to want to be in windowed mode. That way you can easily click in between the two games running. So, as you can see, I don't play a whole lot of Heroes of the Storm. The last time I played was to get that pet. And that was quite a pain in the ass. I tell you, they have these little promotions, and then after you've grinded out the reward, you usually don't want to play ever again. Okay, what you do is you click on your Sandboxy program and click on the Run Any Program on the tab there. And what you need to do is go over to your Heroes of the Storm folder, and find the correct program. There's the 32-bit version and the 64-bit version. I'm running the 64-bit version. At first I didn't think this was going to work because I'd accidentally clicked on the 32-bit version. That's in your main folder. If you're running a 64-bit computer like most of us are doing these days, you're going to want to click and get into the 64-bit support folder there and run that version there. And it's really easy. You just right click on the Sandboxy, select your correct Heroes of the Storm.exe, and you'll get a few little weird pop-ups like this. I don't know what they mean really. I just click close and haven't had any issues with it. And just like magic, it will load up your Heroes of the Storm. If you don't do it this way, it's not going to work. It's just going to keep saying the game's running, and it won't let you do it. So, that's just the way it is. You have to go through these extra steps here. Okay, after you've logged in your second dummy email, second email, friend's email, whatever email you have, you'll be loaded up into the game. One thing I might suggest is loading up your second email like on its own by itself the first time. That way you get past the tutorials and you'll be all set and ready to go. And as you can see at the bottom there, there's your friends list there. And it's real easy to just click between both of these games. And the hardest thing is to keep from going AFK, because that is an issue. It has a very short AFK timer, so you do have to kind of sit here and control both these programs for the entire period of time. It does take you a few hours to get this done. I mean, you have to play 15 games, and there's really no way around these games. They have to follow their natural precision, It takes about 25 minutes or so to finish one game. But, after if you just put on a movie and kind of zone out, you're not going to have any problem. So you see, this is the quest here, and you see that I'm all set up for it. Be sure and pick a World of Warcraft hero, otherwise it's not going to work. That was another mistake I made at the beginning. I was playing as Rangor or one of those guys, and I was like, man, why isn't this working? But yeah, it's that easy. So all you have to do is click ready, and it's loading up. And I was surprised really how easy this was. One thing that you'll notice is that the camera will probably get jacked up in one of your windows here, but it's easily remedied because of the mini map. The mini map here is what saved my life here. I thought I was going to be screwed because I couldn't move, and I couldn't move the camera around. But fortunately, if you just click on the mini map, you will. If you left click, it will take your vision to that. It'll bring your camera to wherever you click at, and if you right click, it will make your character go to that location. All right, ready to rock and roll. So once the game gets started, really I kind of messed around and tried to figure out what is the quickest way to get these games done. What I did is I went ahead and put the AI on Elite, on as high as it would go. That way I figured that the other team would be really good and they would just like tear through my other team and we could just finish. It doesn't matter if you win or lose, you'll still get credit for the quest. So that's nice. And another strategy that you might try is that's a weird coughing. I was like, where's this coughing come from? Anyway, it's coming out of the game for some reason. That's not me coughing. So, all right. What I did is I just suicided this whole situation. I just right click on one of the red towers and just suicide over and over and over. That's really the best way to do it. You can try and play, but once you're in one window for too long, you're going to start going AFK in the other window, and it's just a lot of tedious work. It's not like true multi-boxing where you can broadcast your keys. You have to just constantly keep going in between the two windows. You have about 2 minutes or something before you start running AFK, and that's just how it is with this game. That was one thing that I always hated about this game is you couldn't go take a leak, you couldn't go do anything because you'd be going AFK. And each map, that depends also like how quick the game is going to be. Some maps are infinitely faster than others. There's times like your teammates are really trying to defend your core and everything. You're like, please, dude, just stop it, But yeah, that's basically it. You know, once you finish 15 games, you'll get your Flamesaber Mount as soon as you log back into WoW. And the hardest part is just powering through this. You know, you do have until March 14th to get this done. So thankfully that is a little bit of time. You get about like 3 weeks from now. So get on it. You're going to want to get this mount. And as you can see, I'm messing around with the mini map here. And if you left click, it'll take your camera to wherever you click at. And if you right click, that'll take your character there automatically. What I just kept doing was just right clicking, you know, the very farthest edge of the map, and then like switch windows, and then just, you know, suicide the same way. Just right click on the very furthest edge, like click on any of the red towers there. That's one of the best ways I found, because those towers will take you out pretty quickly. I know it's kind of cheesy, but hey, you got to do what you got to do. Anyway, this has been Darkosis, and I hope this has been a helpful video. Be sure and subscribe. Thumbs up videos. It really helps me out.